do you feel about Black Americans, bro?
I feel like they are overrated. They love too many things. They love expensive things. Everything that they do, I think, is, for me, it's unnecessary. They have chains that are big, that have diamonds, and us, we have nothing. Me, I have like two trousers. If you were to walk into a Black American closet, a man's closet is like 50 jeans. Why?
So what y'all think of that interview?
Your views on Black Americans?
Y'all cool. Sometimes they a little extra. I like the ones who appreciate and don't appropriate culture. That's a big thing, you know. Stop wanting Nigerian weddings if you're not Nigerian. I'm sorry. It's not a trend. It's a culture, you know. It's not a trend. And even though I believe that some certain people try to set us apart, but we are the same, you know. And we need to unite. That's the goal.
In reality, outside social media, I think everybody is cool with each other.
They're cool. We're brothers, we're sisters. So I'm married to one.
Okay, word. You're married to Black American woman.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's awesome, wonderful.
That's right,
So,
brother.
I wonder why they say African Americans. They're Africans.
I hear that.
So we're all African.
Now this is a story all about house. Like, now I don't know if that's the house, but
No foundation. See, African Americans asked for civil rights, but they didn't have a foundation on which it can germinate. See, things you ask, especially.
What do you mean it didn't have a foundation for it?
They have no culture, they have no language, they have no history, they have no ethnicity, they have nothing.
Yes, they did. They came here with their culture. They came
Who is
here,
they?
The different African tribes.
Different African tribes, so whose culture is going to be the main culture?
Right.
So with time, it became Ebonics. Nobody has anything. They are now still using two English names. They are now having only Christianity as their religion. They can remember their history, culture, traditions, customs. So you have no foundation, is what I'm trying to say. African Americans in this country are the only groups. They have no culture. It depends on who you meet, where you meet them.
But currently, there's not an African American culture.
No.
Yes, there is.
What is it? Name two value systems in the African American culture.
Value system?
Yes. Name two taboos in the African American cultural system. Name two traditions, by the way, in the African American cultural system. Okay, forget it. Name two customs in the African American culture. Look, I'm being serious.
No, but I mean, I'm thinking about it.
Yes, there is no value for freedom if you don't understand what it is. The concept of free. You have to have a foundation on which it would balance when you ask for it. Civil rights, they give it to you. You have no culture. Nancy, you've been here, born here. Why would you be surprised if I say African Americans don't have a culture? What, twerking? So, anything
but I feel like African American culture has definitely
you say
mainstream.
No, you say the word, the African American culture. What is it? Okay, fine.
Like hip hop.
Oh,
not
Jesus
hip hop.
Christ.
I mean, I don't want to.
Look,
yes, I feel like
you haven't thought about it. It's fine. Don't make things up.
I'm not making it up.
Okay,
I feel
then educate me. You feel. You should know. You were born and raised here.
Yes, but I have a.
Are you African American?
I'm Haitian American.
That's correct. Do you see why you were being specific with that? Because anybody who encounters you already knows you before. If they know you are Haitian, at least two things comes to their mind.
What is that?
If they've been to Haiti, they can look at work ethics and they say, yes, Haitians, I know them. Service industry, they know where they do well. Food, they can say yes. And even language, Creole.
Right.
And they can say, oh, I love Haitians. Because they saw the culture in abstract before they encountered you. So people go over the bridge of your culture, your tradition, your customs, and that helps them to know how to
address it.
Exactly.
I see.
No, you will soon know too, in addition to seeing. So I'm saying to you, any people who ask for these things, which are abstract, freedom, for example, independence, for example, and civil right, for example, voting right, for example, you must have a foundation on which these things are going to balance. Because the people there have to uniformly agree with consensus. This is our way of life. The do's and the don'ts involved in our culture. Even if you have to create an artificial culture.
Is that why the civil rights movement is considered dead?
It's dead and useless. They got it, but they could not balance it on any foundation. Japanese suffered in this country. 435,000 Japanese were kept in internment camps. Not a single one killed each other for the 3 years they were there during the Second World War. You understand? Not a single one became a daddy baby or baby daddy while they were in the internment camp, because there was a third object they were focused on: their culture. It has self-determination, customs, traditions. Something guided them to survive. Anything they ask for in this country will be balanced on a foundation for their children.
Well, they say Haitian people have resilience.
Oh, resilience is not culture, please. Every human being has a resilience in some way or the other.
Resilience to survive, to
that's
stay alive.
correct. That is why you can see the things people ask in this country: the Irish, the Italians, the Jews. It took a while before the Jews got recognized. Exactly. But as soon as they got it, they balanced it on a foundation. Culture, customs, traditions. These things conjure what should be your taboos, do's and don'ts. Everybody has to recognize it. To the point, if you violate it, I'll call you out. If we can afford, we kick you out of the community because we don't want you to destroy it. But they all went different roles. There's Malcolm X asking for something different. Martin Luther King asked Stokely Carmichael.
Malcolm X didn't ask for anything. What did he ask for?
Segregation. He was talking to his people.
Oh, to segregate themselves.
Yes. So you can see one group of people who suffer the same experience, yet they don't have a doctrine. And that without a doctrine, which is always balanced on on a foundation of culture, without it, anything you ask for is going to be useless. So African Americans are going to complain until the cows come home as to why they're not getting what they're not getting in America. It's simple. You don't have a foundation.
Oh, man, this is very, this is a hard pill.
Am I going to be tagging this as jealousy or what? Like, what do I literally tag this? How do you just see people? And the first person literally said, if you like they are overrated, like Black Americans are overrated. Like they are overrated. Look at what the second person actually said, if not for the other ones that were literally talking about, oh, we are one and the rest of that. And these are the people that are literally looking for unity. Now, look at the third clip where you literally see this man put out, I think, a Hispanic or an Asian lady. Oh, no, not Asian. I think Hispanic or Latino, Black Latino, Afro Latino, I don't know. That he actually kept it because I don't think that woman is literally a black American. I think they would have been able to answer questions. If you want this kind of debate to hold, at least bring people like, is it Omar, what I've forgotten his name. Bring Black Americans that are good with debate so that they can be able to match the energy. So these are what Africans, a lot of Africans, I can tell you for a fact, think about Black Americans. Okay, like for someone like me, I never even knew that Black American existed when I was literally growing up. I can't even lie to you guys. I'm telling you guys the honest truth, right? We grew up with this mentality of every single place like America, UK, US, Canada. All of these places are just predominantly white. It is just recently that we are now opening our eyes due to internet and the rest of that. But still at that, I can never consider my own fellow human being as they are overrated. But anyways, who am I? Welcome to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in this episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video. I'll be back with commentaries.
I'm an African American. I am the only person in the world who's had issues or who's faced discrimination. No, you're not. American black people are not the only people who've gone through hardship in this world. The same way slavery or the history of America has an impact on black people, history itself still impacts black people across the world today. And that's what a lot of you don't seem to understand. Your great granddad or your granddad was a slave. Fair enough, innit? But so many African nations are still being affected by the West today. Look at Congo. That is a clear example. It doesn't have to be slavery in your face for it to still be slavery in your face. Do you know where the resources in your iPhones come from? Congo. Them man are still going through it right now. I'm an African American. I'm the only person in the world who's had issues or who's faced discrimination. No, you're not. I'm an African American. All these people are stealing our culture. It's not really you. It's because of the country where you're from has this real big impact on media. So yes, a lot of us in the world, white, black, blue, pink, grew up on American culture. Not specifically black, but hip-hop is cool. Hip-hop is dominant. Athletes are cool. Like any child and every young person in the world, you look up to people you can identify with. So if you see a Michael Jordan, a Tupac, a Biggie, a Jay-Z, you're going to admire them and you might adopt elements of their culture. It's not rocket science. It's not that deep. You're not the only black people who have to navigate being a minority in another part of the world. So relax.
African, right? I'm from West Africa, Liberia, and I'm done with this rhetoric from Africans, right? Oh, we don't like black Americans because they are rude, they are ghetto, you know, they are so entitled. No. The reason why Africans don't like black Americans, and this coming from an African, right? Africans are jealous of black Americans. Wow. Africans wish that they had the opportunities like black Americans do. They wish they was in America. They wish they have the freedom of right that black Americans have. They wish that they have freedom to go to any school of your choice, right? They wish they have all the benefits black Americans have being in America. They jealous black Americans. So they usually spin a rhetoric, say, oh, we don't like black Americans because they're ghetto, they got a very bad culture. It's bull crap. You wish you was a black American.
Interesting. I heard the argument of Africans don't like black Americans don't like Africans. Man, I could care less, man. I like people who like me, and if you don't like me, I could give two. You know my word. So it doesn't matter whether you like me or not. You don't pay no bills here.
Mignon Umbunge said, "Why do you hate yourself so much? Every race takes pride of itself but us. I take pride of everything blacks accomplish on this planet, just like others, knowing that no race is." Umbungange, we're not the same people, bro. We're not the same people. You should take pride in who you are as an African. I'm not African at all. I am not African. I'm a Negro on this land. Why should I take pride in something that ain't got nothing to do with me? Why should I take pride in something that I'm not connected, in something I'm not even connected to? Why should I take pride in something that my family never even talked about, the people over there? Why should I? Do I wish anything bad to happen to y'all? No, I don't wish nothing bad happen to an African Bunge. And that's what I don't get. Like, y'all always think, that we don't have self-pride. I have self-pride in myself. I really do. I love myself more than anything. Matter of fact, I believe in self-preservation. And I believe my people should have self-preservation over everybody. That's over white people, Hispanic people, who is African people, Caribbean people, Chinese people, any type of people. That's what I believe. That's pride. You got African pride. Your name is Mignon Umbunge. You get what I'm saying? Your name is Mignon. That's pride. You got pride in it. Just like my name is Brian. I got pride in my name, Brian. We just two different people. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I don't want nothing to happen to you. But I gotta tell the truth about your folks. And maybe you a good African. Because there are some good Africans out here. But it's just too many bad Africans that I come across too much that being very hostile and disrespectful. Until y'all you Africans correct these Africans that's disrespectful, then I'll chill out. But for years I've been doing this type of content, y'all haven't chilled out yet. So yes, I do have pride within myself. And I hope you got pride within yourself. Into loving yourself as an African, Mignon. Okay? Don't come over here telling me how much you love black folks. I don't care. Like, you think I care about that? You really think I care? You should love where you come from, Mignon. Build in your homeland, Mignon. Help the hungry kids out there, Mignon. Stop the violence against women out there, Mignon. And I'm going to do the same out here. That's what we working on. That's what we holding ourselves accountable for out here. All the fuck shit you see that black Americans do, there's a live, there's a video, there's a news conference, there's a meeting, there's something going on saying how that shit needs to be fixed. So Mignon, you worry about yourself, Mignon. Don't worry about me and me having self-pride in myself. You have a good one, though.
When people be like, black Americans feel like they're the main character, bro, do y'all know who we beefing with? We beefing with the same person who went to war with Great Britain. Like, we going to war with the same person who dropped 2 bombs on 2 Japanese cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We're beefing with somebody who dropped crack into the black communities and flooded the streets of Compton and all the West Side cities with crack cocaine. Y'all gonna say we not the main character? The history talks for itself. We don't try to be the main character. Y'all make us the main character. Calling us a colonizer when the police department was created to literally slave patrol. It was, see, y'all other countries, y'all got polices as like actual policies. Our police system was created to stop us. It switched from slave patrol to police department. Think about it.
Everybody hates black Americans. It doesn't matter what we do, what we don't do. Someone will always have something negative to say about us. We could be minding our own black business and people will get offended by our existence. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I love that you all hate us so much because it means there's something special about us. Y'all hate us, but spend so much time trying to imitate us, talk like us, walk like us, or rage bait us into conversations and debates. Like, why? Why do y'all care about what we think? We just minding our black business. Even people who look like us, who are not from America, hates black Americans. And honestly, I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. Am I saying every individual hates black Americans? Absolutely not. But even if everyone did hate us, I wouldn't give a fuck. Shout out to the black Americans.
The fucked up thing about it is a video may be out like surfacing on the internet. I've never personally seen it, right? And I am chronically online like a lot of people. But the fucked up thing is I have seen several videos from multiple different people in multiple different cultures who may even live in America going on a tirade about how much they dislike black people, how much they hate black people, how much black people piss them off, how much they want black people to die. And I've never seen a black person say that about anybody else. I've never seen it. Granted, like I said, a video might exist, but I cannot remember ever seeing something like that. Because the thing about black folk when it comes to non-black people is probably to our definitely to our detriment. We move on a little too fast from people who do disrespectful shit against either a lot of black people or individual black folk. It's in our nature to just move on from something because we're always worried about the next problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us grew up constantly dealing with threat after threat after threat after threat. So it's like you can't sit here and worry about this threat, especially if you think it's minimal at this point, because there's an even bigger threat coming like 3 miles down the road. So when that lady, Ashley or whatever the fuck her name is, sat in that car talking about how much she hate black people and she want this to happen and want that to happen just because she had one bad experience with 1 or 2 black people. Unfortunately, that's how a lot of people see black folk, bro. If you are black in this country, in America, and you have non-black friends, you have non-black associates, non-black co-workers, whatever, you got to understand something. Unfortunately, this is just the way it is. A lot of them do not like you simply because you are black. You may have never done anything fucked up to them at all, But simply because you just happen to be classified as black in America, they don't like you. When people make these videos saying, "Oh, black people have no allies, no allies," bro, you gotta understand something, right? There was no reason for her to do that, right? There was no reason for any of the other people whose videos I've seen to do that. Oh, kill all black people, I hate black people, motherfucker die. There was no reason for them to do that because they probably can't name 5 really bad encounters that they've had with a black person in this country. On my soul, if you are non-black, you probably cannot have more than 5 in your entire fucking life bad experiences with a black person, right? With a black, like, motherfuckers always say, oh, black people are breaking into your house. These are the stereotypes I've been hearing since I was a little boy. Oh, they're angry, they're aggressive, they'll break into your house, they'll do this, listen, if anything, black folk are reactionary, right? They react, we react to bullshit. We usually don't start bullshit with non-black people, right? Now, when it comes to black versus black, it's some bullshit and we gotta deal with that. But when it comes to everybody else, we inviting everybody to the cookout. We giving everybody the grace. We teaching you the fucking dance move. We teaching you how to Dougie and all that extra shit and all this fucking cute shit only for motherfuckers to turn around and say, I fucking can't stand black folk. You see what I'm saying? And I promise you, bro, if black people somehow in this country, if black folk in America were to have one conscious thought, and that conscious thought would be to treat every single non-black person the way they treat us, bro, I'm trying to tell you, this whole fucking shit will get flipped upside down overnight. But the way that it is structured, I don't hate Mexican people. I don't hate white people. I don't hate Asians. I don't hate Indians. I don't hate anybody. Like, the only motherfuckers I dislike are people who do stupid shit to me. If it just so happened you might be Asian, Hispanic, you might be black, you might be white. That's how it should be. You shouldn't hate an entire culture of people simply because you dislike what 1 or 2 do. What are we fucking talking about? This is the unfortunate truth of being black in America. This is the this is it. This is the unfortunate truth of being black. You can be black and have white friends, Asian friends, Mexican friends, Indian friends, all of that shit. You could have a wife that's white, black, you could have a wife or a husband that's anything and anywhere. But the fucked up thing is, if it's not them, it's their family that feel that way about you. Now, me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck how nobody family feel about me, right? If I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't give a fuck how their family feel about me. But again, that's just the mindset. And sometimes that hatred, like, I could never go to sleep with that much hatred in my heart. That hatred just bubbles up and it spills over, and that's why you get videos of motherfuckers who are police officers, apparently, who sit in their car, open their little sun visor, slide the light thing open, and sit there and talk about how much they dislike an entire ethnic group of people. Call it what you want, dog. Call it what you, I try my best to stay out the way. But god damn, motherfuckers make it damn near impossible to do that shit.
Black Americans, come forward. And even black Canadians, you guys feel like you're better than Africans. You're
How?
not. You're not. A lot of times they also feel like they're better than like Caribbeans as well. Actually,
No, we don't.
The funny thing is, all of you were on the same boat. They fell off the boat
Fell off
by
the
the
boat.
water. Caribbeans fell off the boat by the water when they were taking them to America.
Third world countries.
We are better. I don't
Look.
want to even put comparison.
He said we are better
have
than
the
you.
same color of skin. I get that you guys have been through a lot, like with racism and slavery and all of that. I'm sorry that was your story. And now coming to the country, you are like an hypocrite because you treat us quite similarly to the way white people have been treating you guys. And it's worse for us because now we have to deal with white people and we have to deal with.
First of all, that guy, I'm not exactly sure which country he comes from, but he had a Freudian slip when he said, we are better. He was literally about to say, we are better than you. They are the ones that come over here with that holier than thou. I'm better than you. I work harder than you.
I'm smarter than you. Black Americans are lazy. Black Americans are entitled. Black Americans complain all day. Like, I could literally pull up videos of Africans and Caribbeans saying that they're better. Their school systems are better. The food is better. The air quality is better. They're smarter. They work harder. They hustle harder. And the list goes on. So for him to get his funky ass up there talking about some come here, it's a lie. It's a lie and a scam, and it is nothing but projection. And I'm so over this, oh, the boat, oh, they fell off the boat. Like, you're trying to be funny. That's once again being passive. That's a microaggression to take a dig at slavery. You see how they're always bringing up slavery. They're always bringing up something that literally happened and that was abolished 160 years ago at this point. But if we look at some of their African countries, slavery is still going on in 2025. Trafficking, child marriages is still going on in 2025. Yet they love to try to throw slavery up in there saying, oh, you all came off the same boat, you fell off the boat. Like, there's nothing to joke about when it comes to those things. And me bringing up the fact that a lot of Africans on the continent in those countries are going through the most horrific things is not to take a dig. It is just to say, you all keep pointing a finger at us when four are pointing back at you. You all are now lying and trying to destiny swap and make it seem like we are the ones that are looking our noses down at you. That has never been the case. We've always supported you. We've gone to your restaurants. We've purchased your products. You literally created businesses under the guise of being Black owned, and you're not even a Black American person. But because we have the same hue of complexion, we went to your shops. We solicited your businesses. So now that we've entered the chat and we're starting to stand up for ourselves and say something back, you all are mad. You're angry. You can't take the heat. You wanted to be able to continuously poke the bear and talk big money, cash money shit without us saying anything back. And that's not how that works. So to get up here and to compare us to white supremacists, it's utterly diabolical and insane. Talking about, oh, we got to deal with white supremacists and we got to deal with you. You don't have to deal with shit. Y'all always brag about having a homeland and a country to go back to. Stay home. Y'all work so hard in the country that you're from. You don't have to come here and deal with Black Americans, and you don't have to come here and deal with white supremacy. That is a choice. We're from this country. We are native to this country. We were here before it was established as the United States of America. You want to talk about somebody falling off the boat, trying to be funny. And a lot of us were here before there was even a transatlantic slave trade. So the disrespect, it gets to a point. Now we're white supremacists to the Africans. Shut your bitch ass up. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And it's a choice. You're choosing to be here amongst us. Nobody's forcing you to be here.
Okay, hey y'all. So I just wanted to bring in my experience as an African woman who grew up around Black Americans. Like, I feel like I just want to tell you about my experience because I seen a video on TikTok of this girl talking about her experience growing up as an African around Black American, and it was kind of like a negative experience. And I feel like not just her, but every time people talk about their experience with Black America, they bring kind of like a negative type of perspective. And I feel like that's both sides, whether it's a Black American saying their experience with an African or vice versa. But I just wanted to come in as an African who grew up around Black Americans with a positive experience. So a little background, I grew up in Baltimore. Like, my teachers were Black American, my friends were Black American, everyone around me was Black American. I probably was like one of the few Africans in my school. And growing up, I never realized how much like loyalty and support that I received from my Black American friends. And it was never a thing where it's like, you're African, I'm Black American. I didn't even like realize we were different until now as I'm an adult and I'm like, okay, now I see what's going on and how like there's division between us two. But growing up, like with my friends, you have nothing to eat, I got you. You don't have no money, I got you. You fighting, I'm fighting. You jumping, I'm jumping. Like I learned like the importance of having your friends back through seeing my Black American friends have my back through everything, y'all. Like it was literally, and I was like, you could tell I was African, bro. Like I had the accent, but it was never no like bullying. I did go through some bullying, but I feel like obviously everybody, yes, I went through the whole African booty scratcher, but I don't think that determined my whole idea of Black Americans because I had more good than bad type thing or whatever. the Black Americans around me, they taught me how to be loud and empowering. Like, being loud and expressing things that like affect me, that hurt me, and not just being like a hush hush. Not saying that I couldn't have learned that anywhere else outside of in my own community, but I'm saying that's where I picked up these things from. Like, I learned to stand up for myself when no one else stands up for you, and I learned that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to express yourself in a way where society may see you as being negative, because at the end of the day, if you don't stand up for yourself, nobody else will. And what else? Let me think, hold on. And growing up, like, the thing that they instill with me, that stick with me, is your fight is our fight type thing. I feel like they're even often more angry than I am. And now I grew up with this like big personality, this big bubbly person, where it's like, I don't think I would have been the same individual if I wasn't raised in that environment. And I think that's partially why I always scream like, I love Baltimore, I love Baltimore, I love Baltimore, because it's literally like so many Black Americans. Like, I love Black Americans, I do. And I feel like every time I talk about this, or every time I talk about like try to bring like positivity to it, it's like, oh, you don't like being African, or you don't like where you're from. And it's like, no, I love where I'm from, I love my identity, but I also love Black Americans because I feel like it has played a role in the person I am today. So, I don't know. That's my experience, and I'm not saying my good experience like is everyone else's experience. On top of that, like, I'm not saying I've only had like 10 out of 10 experiences, but for most of the time, I had really good experiences with Black Americans. I don't think I've really experienced much negativity from them besides when we were kids and the African booty scratching, and that did hurt. It did. But I don't think it changed my light in the way I look at them. So yeah.
Can we just talk about how African Americans and Africans don't even look that different?
I used to wonder, what was this obsession with all of these Africans from different countries saying that Black Americans look African all the time? And I always wondered why they get so offended when we say we can tell that there are, you know, people from that continent, from Africa. Like, we can tell. And then they go, what country? And they get like really butthurt. But when you guys say that we look Black American, we don't say, well, what state? Because essentially our states here are the equivalent of some of your countries, like the sizing, the type of people that live there. Like, you can usually tell a Southern person from a Northern person, and definitely a Midwest or a Western person. Like, obviously a lot of people have migrated across, you know, the country, but for a lot of the times you can kind of tell. I had no idea until I did some further research that the reason why you guys get so mad when we say that you look African, well, let me let an African tell you.
You look African. It's such a simple and succinct statement. And for Africans in the diaspora, it's a very sensitive one at the same time. Like, I know, maybe not for everybody, or maybe just for me, but like, because subconsciously Africans associate like looking African with like the struggle, you know, a bit of the past. So like, we rather someone discover that we are African than, you know, like just know, because then you just see the African. We know the African look is a strong look, like, you know, subconsciously, of course, because that's what we've seen is a sort of victory, roots, you know, give us free, you know. So we associate that. So when someone else says like, oh my God, you look African, it's like, hey, why? Can you see? Can you see my past? Can you see the struggles? You know, it's a brother. Why do I look African? What about me showed you African? You look African is very different. But go up to an African today and tell them, just from jump, hey, you look African, and see their reaction. The first look is concerned, then it's like, oh yeah.
Anyways, welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for watching. And the truth is that if you give a lot of people chances, they'll be able to say a lot of things of the likes, the dislike, the hate, the blah 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 they have for Black Americans. Ugh. And I feel like a lot of people that are saying this are people that literally did not understand these said Black Americans. Because if you really understand these people, if you really understand who Black Americans are, I don't think you'll be having issues with Black Americans. I'm sorry to say, maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm ruffling on somebody's shoulder. I don't know. But for me, I personally think there is a level where you will study Black Americans too. And honestly, you won't be thinking all of these things that you are thinking. So I feel like a lot of people are thinking all of this because they have not literally studied Black Americans to some certain level. Like I said, let's talk about the man that said, is this Zulu? I think his name is Zulu, something like that. And he's an activist or what of Africans. I don't know. This man will literally bent on telling you that Black Americans do not have culture. And you know the funniest part is bringing someone that would debate that same thing with this man that don't even understand a lot of things. People that will be answering, yes, sir, keep on going. You're saying the right thing, or blah, blah, blah. Because if you really bring a Black American person down to that place, I can assure you they will be able like to prove their points. So for those ones like him now, okay, let me start from him, where he literally said Black Americans do not have culture, and because Black Americans do not have culture, if they think they have culture, they should be able to prove that to him. I don't know how else people need to prove their culture to you, because Black Americans were not just taken, let me just say, okay, they were all taken from Africa. And if it's Africa, they were all taken from Nigeria, for example. Do you get? I don't know if I'm making sense. Then they were not only just, they were not taken from a particular place or a particular country. They were taken from diverse places, east, west, north, and south. So you do not expect them to say, okay, we are going to be embracing this particular culture. But yes, as they come together as one to understand themselves as foundational Black Americans, they have been able to root out a lot of things that we also emulate. And I keep saying it, for a lot of us that keep saying these people do not have culture, these people don't even know where they come from. We cannot even name up to 2 generations of our own grandparents. The least we can do, the highest a lot of people can do. I'm not saying others cannot, do not get me wrong, but the highest a lot of people can do is naming their grandfather, their grandmother, their great grandfather, their great grandmother. That is all. And most of these things that we're going to be seeing in media are things that are sending a lot of signals to a lot of young generations growing up that will literally come back here and tell you that, oh, that's true, Black Americans do not have culture. I don't know where that one is coming from. Culture should not even be a thing we are talking about right now, as at this point in 2026. And I feel like a lot of people, especially a lot of Africans, they have a lot of negative things to say about Black Americans than positive things. Because what is their overrated? Overrated in what sense? Look at the other person that talked about, oh, Black American, you are not the only one that went through every single thing you went through. Other people also went through the same thing, blah, 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 this, that, this. You know, when I keep talking, a lot of people have literally came to my comment section before to tell me that, oh, the reason why you talk too much, or the reason why you talk about Black Americans and you support Black Americans so badly is because you have a Black American mom. That if you do not have a Black American mom, or they are able to treat you the way they usually treat, I don't understand that treating that they are always talking about. You will not understand where people are coming from. See, I feel like to this point of my life, if you like, be the most wicked person in this life, be the most deadliest person in this life, but the moment I come in contact with you, you are gonna love me because I'm not gonna have your time. I love to do my thing. I love to mind my business. So a lot of you don't love to mind your business. You love to pop nose into people's businesses. You love to see fault in what people are doing. Black Americans who call themselves foundational Black Americans, you are seeing fault. Black Americans talk about, oh, this is what our culture is. You have fault with that. Black Americans said, oh, this is Juneteenth, which is, you have issues. Black Americans, oh, this is Black History Month. You have problems. So that is the problem you have. You have a problem with every single thing that Black Americans does. And sometimes I wonder where all of those problems are coming from. You do not have any problem with what any white folk. That one they are correct. They should continue. But you have problem with what your own fellow Black person is doing. I don't know. Anyways, let me not say too much. Let me not say. One thing to just go home with is before you point hand to another person, try your possible best, try your honest possible best to ask yourself, if this same thing I'm doing to this person is being done to me, will I literally accept it? Will I be happy with it? When you're able to answer that question, then I think we can all thrive in this country, in this economy, in this century, in this decade. that we are. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing, dropping super thanks, and also joining my membership. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And yes, guys, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos. I'm going to be seeing back and I'll see you guys in my next one. But not bye, guys. I love you guys. Mwah.